Where's Ethel? Okay.
You are live. Chad, you're live. I'm sorry if you can't hear me.
All right. Can you hear me? Good? All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Community Recreation Commission meeting for Thursday, August 27th. We will call the meeting to order at 6:01. Wendy, can you hear me good?
Yep, I can.
All righty. We would like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
To the flag
of the United States
United States of America,
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
Thank you. I would like to get a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
You got that, Wendy?
No, who made the motion? Rich?
Yeah.
All right.
And Ethel second, I believe.
Ethel second, yeah.
Karen, was that you that seconded?
Second, yes.
Yep, got it.
All right. And everybody got to read the minutes from the July 23rd meeting?
Yes.
I would like to a motion to approve those minutes.
Yep.
Ethel, second.
Nelson.
Nelson, thank you. All righty. We have a couple of presentations tonight. Kim, is it Keith Postma from West River Cruising Club?
Is he on? He was sent the link.
Is Keith there, Brian, do you know?
I do not think there's a Keith, no.
Okay, I see, moving on to number 2, I see Peter Gantz. Peter?
I'm here.
Discussion about the GI Nature Land Conservancy.
Okay, this is something we actually talked about way back in November of 2018. At that time, the Rec Commission was in full support of the project. Where we're at now is phase 1 of that project, and the reason we're doing phase 1 now is because this is the time when the outflow, the storm drain outflow at the park is going to be repaired. We want to put in the sewer line and a water line to the park at this time. And Beausset Nature and Land Conservancy has approved the funding to do that. And we'll do that at the same time that the sewer outflow is repaired. The sewer outflow is being repaired with both Beausset Township funds and Wayne County funds, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware of already. So the overall plan is still in flux, exactly what we want to do there over the next couple years. But this is what I showed you, about 2 years ago. I don't know if you can see that very well. But it shows an observation platform and an ADA walkway down to that higher level of the park, and then a stairway down to the beach level. This is the same type of plan that Wade Trim came up with back in February of 2017. The Wade Trim study was paid for by the township, and it showed basically the same things: an observation platform up there by the trestle, an ADA pathway leading to that observation platform, and then a drinking fountain and a foot wash, etc., in that area. So the water lines and the sewer line will support that foot wash and drinking fountain plan. And it will also make it possible if at some time in the future we want to put a restroom there, we'll be able to do that. But that'd be a longer term operation that the Nature and Land Conservancy would support. But at this time, all we're asking for is approval to put in the water lines and sewer lines that'll service the park.
Got a motion?
Any questions from the commission about this?
Motion first.
Well, no, we're just doing discussion. Once we get to the action items, that's number 1 on the action.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Mold.
Peter, what's the timeline? If this gets approved this evening, we take it to the Township Board on the 13th?
According to Dale, doesn't need to go to the Township Board, but maybe you've had a different conversation with them. We're just waiting for approval from the Rec Commission.
Okay.
It has to be done at the same time that the outflow is being repaired, and that is expected to happen here in the next couple of weeks. They'll start on that in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
If it's necessary to go to the Township Board, I guess review that with Dale and take it to the board, I guess.
Okay, I'll speak to him tomorrow, get an answer for you. Commission, do you have any questions about the overall plan here at Sunrise Park?
I'll move it forward.
Okay. All right, Peter, thank you so much. It looks like the commission understands the project. We've talked about it for a couple of years, and we will vote on that here shortly because you are action item number 1, and thank you for being here tonight.
Okay, real good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Peter.
Bye.
Okay, I see Bridget's here. Should we put her under presentation, or should that be some old business?
I would say we can add her as a presentation. And Bridget, welcome to the meeting. This is Bridget Hurst. Hurst Marine was awarded the contract for the marina. I know we've had a lot of questions about what's going on at the marina. You know, what's happening, what's the status, those types of things. We know the piers have been built. We've had electrical upgrades. I've tried to express to the community and even my members down at the marina that we are battling high water. So Bridget, you know, you're the expert. That's why we hired you. If you can just kind of maybe let the people that are watching, also, you know, the Township Board and our new board coming on, the process that you have to have lower water, you have to be able to get in there, all those types of things. People are just wondering what's going on. And I just want to try to answer to the community where we're at with those things. I know you and I speak and we wait for that window, but maybe hearing from you would be helpful to the community.
Yeah, I actually showed up with one of my rigs right before the 4th of July because we were supposed to have some westerly winds, and those westerly winds didn't wind up working in my favor. There was a couple other times that I went down there and thought that the water would be low enough, and by the time I got off the phone with my guys, the water had covered half the dock. It's been like that all summer long. I try to get somewhere with it, and the water comes up. There's been days we've had west winds, and the water came up a little bit. I don't know. I can't predict it all. I know right now my second rig isn't going to be doing much of anything, and I'm going to park it down past where you guys have your kayak launch.
Mm-hmm.
So. And I don't know if you've seen, but I do have my cube van down there right now. Mm-hmm. Today we could have been there, but I had to finish a job. We were putting a roof on. It's not every day that we get the chance that the water's down enough that I can break away. Because if we're in the middle of something and I can't stop, I can't pull away, you know. So, but I finally, from COVID and everything else, I'm finally caught up somewhat decently now to where I can afford to leave that rig and my Q van there available for the next decent day that we have, kind of like today.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
I'm really hoping that now that we're coming closer to fall, we're going to get a little bit more westerly winds. I'm hoping. And hoping that the water does its natural thing and drops a little bit and stays for a little bit. I only need a couple of days, 3 days to get this done. The clips have been on the barge since I told you months ago. I mean, those materials are there and already ready to go.
Yep.
I mean, I've actually had the materials on the barge before those docks were built.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I haven't been able to do anything with them.
Right. And I did have a question from one of our board members. Gave me a call. How low does that water actually have to be for you to
I have to
secure?
be able to get a vertical weld.
Okay. Okay.
So I can get, there has been times where I probably could have gotten the top weld, but the flat across the top of the dock, parallel with the steel. But if you go in and try and mount the docks to that, and there's any wiggling, those welds could break because it's only one weld.
Right.
You know, it's just, I don't believe it would be safe. So yeah, those things would be sticking out of the water, out of the dock, and until I could get to the sides. You know,
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend mounting a dock for public use without having 3 welds, and I need the 2 verticals going down the side of the dock.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And again, I think, you know, there's just been a lot of talk, social media as well with the marina, you know, and I appreciate you being here, that we're making every attempt to get this done. Yes, we've battled COVID, we've battled the water,
Yeah.
and I wanted to just assure my marina patrons that we're
Well, pretty
we're
much
going.
Right, pretty much
Yep.
from here on out, that machine is going to be camped out there until I get it done. And I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping to have this done real quick.
Thank you.
I know we have an southeast wind coming Tuesday or something like that here in the next couple of days. But that's all I see for easterly winds in the forecast so far.
Okay.
So
I appreciate that.
yes.
It just helps because, you know, I can
Oh yeah,
talk
no,
to-
people want to
Yeah.
know. You know,
Yeah, and
you don't have all the answers, obviously, because
Yeah.
you don't know my business and what I have to deal with. And
That's why you're doing it. And I'm not. So, but
Thanks,
thank you for
Bridget.
being, really
Yep.
appreciate the update. And we'll just
Thank you,
keep
Bridget.
communicating. So thank
Okay.
you.
all right, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Bridget.
All right,
Thank you.
okay. Can I sign out now, or?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. You're out. Thank you.
Good.
Thank
No.
you. Have a great evening, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, next on the agenda is public comment pertaining to anything on the agenda tonight. Public comment for 3 minutes. Anybody? At the end of the meeting, they can speak about anything. Nothing? All right. My report, I will get you at number 4 when we get down there. Kim, director's update.
Yep. And again, I know I have a couple of things on the subcommittees and so forth, but I just want to touch base on some things that are happening in the rec. I know, Chad, you're going to hit the events. Letting the community know we are putting together a fall, winter recreation profile magazine. We have submitted our fall programming. Also, in this magazine will be updates from the supervisor, from the police department, fire department. So the whole township team is going to be part of this new magazine. Just, you know, we've all been kind of scattered for the last 5 months. The goal was to kind of get everybody back together and deliver a really nice magazine full of information to our community. So that's being worked on as we speak right now. And Rec does have some programs that are coming this fall. I think everybody knows what we've been doing all summer. It's been golf, 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 swim, 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 golf, swim. So that's what we've been doing. So just a couple of things. We are offering the Junior Running Club. And again, Facebook, we're going to be loading all the flyers. That's the fastest way to get information that's coming this fall. The Junior Running Club is for grades. I can't see. Where's my grades?
Third through
Ele-
fifth.
Yep, 3rd through 5th. And you can actually register for that online. Always register online at grosshillrecreation.com. Now, with the running club, I did want to bring up the 6th graders. I've been working with the schools. I've talked to Jim Oakler, Cliff Whitehouse. I'm getting some information on how do we put the 6th grade running club together. And Recreation is going to take the 6th grade running club with partnership with the schools and the coach, the cross country coach as well. So I'm trying to get some information I know parents are curious, how are you going to run this? What are you going to do? Are we taking temperatures? Are we having meets? There's a lot of questions. And again, we felt that the running club was the safest environment for our youth on the island to be part of. They're running outside. But with every program, we will be taking temperatures, doing all those documentation things. So, and I would say in about a week and a half, I'll have the 6th grade information out on the Facebook. We are doing the Kids Spooktacular Golf Outing. That was a program we did last October. That'll be October 17th, where the kids can get all dressed up and come to the golf course and play golf. Our yoga has been very popular. We're going to continue the yoga out at the farm until the snow flies. And again, I have the drafts, but you're going to have that magazine hopefully by 2nd week of September. We are also offering a kids yoga this fall. This is for kids. And again, everything is outside. That'll be on Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:15. We're going to bring the bar class outside at the farm. So lots of things are coming. I could sit here all night and talk about our programs, but if you have questions, I know residents are calling, Kim, what are you offering? You know, because the kids are, you know, still going to be sitting at home doing virtual. So, you know, we're trying to put the safest programming we can to our community for the kids and also our adults. And everything right now is outside until we hear differently from the governor. So we have a mini art camp. Chad, you can go into the Christmas, those types of things. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that a little bit. And other than that, I just want to, you know, congratulate the new board members that will be coming on. Jim, thank you for 3 years of being by my side. Chad, you're still stuck by my side. Thank you. But I did want to welcome the new township board, and also Carl and Utsu, who I've worked with for 3 years. Looking forward to working with everybody and moving forward in a positive direction. And that's what recreation is about, is keeping the community positive through a pandemic. And that's really what the commission, myself, my staff, all the volunteers on this island have done the last 5 months is to really stay positive, not point fingers, not blame anybody. But when you're out at that swimming pool and you see those kids swimming, that's some peace of mind at the end of the day, instead of you know, going through some depression and those types of things. So I just want to thank my staff and all my volunteers and the commissions as well, and the township board for the support. And that's all I have.
Bravo, thank you. It wasn't just the kids. Wendy and I were out there too.
Yeah, it was hot today.
It was hot today. It's still hot.
It was hot.
Okay. Any old business? New business? Number one, subcommittees. Mr. Nelson, Township Board.
No report. Kim does it all.
All righty. Once again, thank you, sir, for being with us the past 3 years, and good luck to whatever you do in the future.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Cobb, the Beausset, you out there for open space?
I am. The biggest announcement, I think, for open space right now is that Dump the Junk is coming up very shortly on Saturday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Let me see if I can share my screen just to show people some of the stuff that I want to go over. Oh, it's disabled. Never mind. The acceptable items that are examples for Dump the Junk are things like yard waste, large logs, shrubs, wood, building material, bricks, cement, blocks, concrete, tile, marble, and drywall. Unacceptable items like mattresses, pieces of furniture, toilets, electronics, railroad ties, hazardous waste, things like that. So again, that's on Saturday, September 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I think the Grosedale Township Facebook page has this flyer up if people want to see it. A couple other things. Open space, the next meeting that's coming up is on September 1st. And things that will be reviewed at that meeting will be future Dump the Junk events, Ferry Trail work review, Meridian open space trash. Some folks are dumping some trash marine open space, and we want to really discourage that, as well as some action items on a trail update, and trash on the Centennial Farm Trail as well. So strongly encourage people to really protect our open spaces. That's stuff that we, as taxpayers have to clean up, either through volunteers or other means. And yeah, that's a big reason why Dump the Junk event got started in the first place, is to discourage that folks dumping in open spaces. That's what I got for now, unless folks have any questions.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
With the Dump the Junk Day, there's been issues every year when we have that with off-islanders camping out there all day long and filling up their vehicles to the point where nobody else can even get anything, and these people, they go to the cars before anyone can get to them and take all the good stuff. Is that something that's going to be addressed?
I can bring it up at the next open space meeting. My understanding and from my experience, they're pretty good at checking IDs. I hear you on that specific issue, Rich. I think part of the thinking around that is, we want any people leaving junk off to, it's dump the junk, find a treasure. So you'd want people to try to pick things up rather than them going to landfills. So I think that might be part of why it's not completely discouraged. But if folks are finding issues with that, or people feel like they're not getting treasures that they want to be able to get, please do bring that, either to my attention or open space attention. Because like I said, I think they're pretty good at checking for IDs and making sure that this is a service that's provided to island residents. And again, I hope that we'd all agree that we don't want things going to landfill that we can avoid. So I think that's part of the thinking around that as well.
I have a question. This might be what Rich had mentioned. I understood that there was no taking the treasures this year. It was just dropping off. That's right. And yeah, you're right. You're right, Chad. I should have mentioned that. You're right. Because of COVID and all that sort of thing, right now it's just dropping off. So you can't pick up everybody.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me about that, Chad. That's right.
All right, good. Thanks. Where's your little sidekick you usually have with you?
I had him earlier. He's eating dinner now.
Thanks, Kyle. Kim, anything about Playscape's Water's Edge?
Obviously, we're working on Sunrise Park with Nature and Land. Playscape, again, we've sprayed the bees, and they're bad everywhere you go. We can spray and just, keep your eyes peeled. Water's Edge, again, swimming pool, full operations. We were packed today and almost every day, which is great. Golf, everyone's enjoying golf. So all positive with our outdoor venues. So good summer.
Good, thank you. Okay, I got an echo going on here. With the culture and special events, I want to thank the DDA for the summer movies on Macomb Street this past June, July, and last Tuesday. I want to thank Trish Evelyn and welcome her as the new DDA director. She's going to be working with a lot of things we have going on. Sorry. And welcome, Trish. I want to thank the people who do show up to the events and help out with them, let it be commissioners or not. Wendy, I know you're there all the time supporting everything, and we really appreciate it. A few things we got coming up this year. Okay, Saturday, October 3rd is the fall harvest at the farms, right, Kim?
Yep.
Saturday, October 3rd. We're going to be doing it in shifts. I think we're going to start at 10:30 and do an hour and a half per groups of people. October 8th, this isn't really an event, it was kind of the event. We're going to offer flu shots. That's Thursday, October 8th. Most insurance companies cover these flu shots. There's no charge to get the shot at location as long as your insurance covers that. October 10th, Paint the Town Red. That's homecoming weekend. You're going to get, there'll be more details about that. Maybe when Wendy speaks about the school, she can give us a little more input on that. So that's the weekend of what's usually homecoming, October 9th and 10th. Excuse me, Trick or Treat Macomb Street. We're working on that for Saturday, October 24th. This October 23rd is Halloween, but the Saturday before October 24th, we're working with Macomb Street, with the DDA and the Recreation Department to bring some kind of trick or treat with our businesses in the business district. And then Friday, December 4th is Island Glow. We will have Island Glow. The details are being worked on as we speak, and that is Friday, December 4th. So the first one coming up is October 3rd, Fall Harvest. And one more thing about the flu shots, we're going to make it available where you can register online to the Recreation Department, and maybe we get some on the Township site too, so they can register ahead of time, and that way we can do time appointments.
Yep.
So we hope to see everybody on Saturday, October 3rd for the first Fall Festival, and flu shots on Thursday, October 8th.
Chad?
Yes.
So for those flu shots, I mean, is it for everybody or is it?
For everybody this year. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
just the seniors. We're going to offer it for the whole family. So.
Okay.
And that's courteous of CBS in Target Woodhaven. We partnered with them. They've approached us multiple times about doing this, so we want to thank them. That's pretty much what I have right now. Where'd everybody go? There's Ethel. Okay, hi Ethel. Yes.
Hi, Ted. I have a question. What time are the shots? Do you have to register online?
It's just a flu shot this year. We're not offering the pneumonia shot.
Oh, I know. Just flu
What
shot.
time?
What time?
What time?
Time and where? And you have to register online.
You have to register. Well, we're going to offer online registration, but I would recommend calling the rec department. But I mean, if you show up and you're in your car, it will be fine. But pre-registration would be even better.
But where are they going to be held? What time?
Centennial Farm, like last year. And if it's nice out, we're going to do it under the pavilion.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and the seniors can, you know, they can call me in the office, and we'll take their name, and then we'll go ahead and register on the online. So they can just pick up and call.
And what's
Phone
the time?
call, online, yeah.
What's the time frame for the shots?
10 to 2.
10 to 2. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right, Megan, Antosh, or Brandon? Brandon.
Me.
Oh, Brandon, look at that blonde hair. You're up, buddy. There you are.
Hi.
Hey there. Yeah, just a quick review of the budget. How's everybody doing?
Good, thank you.
Did you get them?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All right, so as of August 31st, our total budget's $1.4 million.
Sorry.
Year to date, we're at $422,000 in revenues and $428,000 in expense. That puts us $5,000 behind for the year so far. That's not that bad. We catch back up when we add more millage money to the budget. But month to date, revenues at $37,000, expenses at $79,000. So big drivers here for the year. Department 75 Recreation. We're at $205,000 in revenue, $181,000 in expense. The Marina's behind for year to date. Department 45. Year to date, revenues at $46,000, expenses at $98,000. And Department 47, the pool. Year to date, we're at $30,000 in revenues, $43,000 in expense. So we're 13 behind there for the pool. For the month, we're behind on Department 75 Recreation with $33,000 in expense and only $1,000 in revenue. The Marina revenues at $5,000, expense at $16,000. And then for Fund 2100, which you probably don't know what that is, but it's the Centennial Farm. Year to date, we're at revenues of $19,000, expenses at $7,000. That puts us $12,000 ahead for the year. And that's pretty much a quick rundown of the budget. That's all I got.
Let me just chime in real quick on that. Brandon, thank you. A couple of things. Obviously, the Marina is going to be tilted because we are using some carryover money to do these repairs and so forth. And we are down about 23 slips at the Marina. So that's why the revenue is not there. So everybody understands where is it. The other thing on the swimming pool, the pool heater was placed into that budget roughly about $11,000, and we are getting reimbursed for that through the Wayne County AIG grant. So that'll put another $11,000 back into the swimming pool budget, which should balance us out a lot better.
That would balance us out.
Yep. So just a couple of things coming down the pipeline. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Brandon.
No problem.
Karen Olinek, update on the farms, Centennial Farms.
On the farms. So Chad, you mentioned the events coming up, and obviously because of COVID, our hands are tied a little with any upcoming planned events there. But I want to say to everybody, go on over there and take a walk. The grounds are so beautiful and the weather is so nice. Go on over there and check it out. There's a nice trail that leads into the woods that you can walk that I didn't even know was there. So I don't have a whole lot to report other than, because like I said, you went over it, but go on over there and walk around and view the beautiful grounds and scenery while you can.
Thank you.
Chad, let me chime in on the farm real quick. Just a couple of updates. We had it budgeted this year to, the pond right now is drying up and it's a mess out there. I am looking to get the pond dredged this fall. We also have an Eagle Scout that is going to participate in building a new dock out there. There was an old dock that fell out. So we are focusing on the pond this year. Again, when the season started with COVID, I had to, reprioritize a lot of things. And but I just want to let the people out at the farm know that the pond, we are working with Nature and Land Conservancy. Peter, thank you for jumping in, and Mr. Thiel as well. And we are going to try to get this pond dredged this fall. So come spring, we can start our treatments, which I did have budgeted this year. But even the pond company that I deal with weren't treating ponds due to COVID. So we fell behind on that project as well. So I just want to let people know we are focusing on the pond, and that will get buttoned up here in the next 6 to 8 months.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Rich Brower, Recreation Land.
Yeah, I've got nothing to report at this time.
All right, Rich. Kevin Naso, what's going on with community groups and local businesses?
Kevin keeps getting booted out, he said. He texted me saying he keeps getting knocked out of the meeting.
Okay. Ethel, Wendy, where are you at on here?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, it's not on there.
I don't see you on the agenda.
Oh, the schools aren't there.
We'll put you at number 11, Wendy.
Yeah, okay. That's
all right. Ethel Yops, Senior Communications.
I don't have much on that, but Kim, could I explain something about the Sunrise Park name? You said this morning you didn't know how they got the name.
Here.
Kim, you got that?
How Sunrise Park got its name.
Oh, how did Sunrise Park get its name? We did a contest. Kim, were you here when we did that? And we put a contest out there, and that was the name that, I don't know who got to choose that, if Recreation did or not. I must have not been part of that.
They had
But Sunrise.
Yeah, they had
Sunrise.
49 people replied, and the people that named it, there were 2 women, Ethel Walsh and Ethel Yops.
Oh.
Who ran that contest, Ethel?
Yes, we did. Okay, thank you. Let's see. For the seniors, Kim is providing transportation for senior shopping on Thursdays. You call 734-216-4905 to make arrangements. The senior club and activities still remain on hold. For staying safe, mainly priority as seniors and those with health concerns are really more vulnerable than others. Hopefully we can get back to normal in the near future. And I don't have anything else other than I'm still waiting for the Trenton trip with the Island Beacon. And I put in as much as I can for the Recreation department, whatever I get from him with new things coming up. And you can pick up a copy at CVS or Kroger, and the September issue is scheduled to be delivered to your home. And sometimes the things in there are a little bit out of current interest or whatever, because the column has to be in the middle of the month prior before it's printed. So if sometimes it sounds like it's out of date, it's really because of that reason. Other than that, I think it's all. And thank you, Jim, for being with us for so long. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethel.
Thanks, Ethel. Wendy Kearney, updates on the schools or what we know so far?
You know, if we want to jump back to part of Kevin's stuff, he did email it to me so I can read off what he sent me for the DDA events that they're coming up.
Great. I know a lot of what I have, but I
Yeah,
just
it
leave
is.
it out there. Yep, go ahead. Thank you.
It is. Yeah, it's Paint the Town Red.
Hello?
Parade and trick-or-treating. November 13th, Friday's Ladies' Night outing, their 5th annual Ladies' Night out. December 4th, Friday, which is a Friday, Island Glow. And then also November 27th through January 4th would be the lights at Lions, the displays that they put up with the trees. And she said, Trish had sent this stuff to Kevin, said she'd like to do some version of these events, you know, obviously with safety measures, and if depending on the stage of reopening that we're in at the time. So that's what he sent me. I think that was about it.
Thank you.
Okay, and then, okay, so I'll jump to the school. So the school stuff's been coming in pretty much hand over fist the last couple days for all the schools. School is set to start on Tuesday, September 8th. All the kids will have a half a day that day. And then the elementary schools, both the elementary schools are full-time, unless parents, you have the choice, either they go full-time or you could do virtual. And then same with the high school and the middle school, you could either go virtual or they're doing a hybrid model. So they're going to have 2 different teams. If you decided to go the hybrid model, there's 2 different teams, the red team and the gray team. So depending on where you fall in the alphabet is how they divided that up. And the red team will go Mondays and Tuesdays, and then every other Wednesday. The gray team will go the opposite Wednesday, and Thursdays and Fridays. Middle school and high school start at their normal times, where the elementary schools are going to be a little bit different. The elementary schools at this point will not have their specials. So, you know, gym, art, music, those types of things, 5 different specials that they have. So they're going to be starting a little bit later. That gives the teachers that first 40 some minutes for their prep. So the kids will start a little bit later than normal. So Park Lane starts at 9:20. Meridian 8:55, and then the 5th graders will be at the middle school, and they start at 8:30. So, and then they're going to be doing kind of they're not having everybody dismissed at the same time for the elementary schools. So depending again what class you fall in, what your grade is, will be when you're dismissed as well. So they're going to have open houses. So Park Lane open house will be Wednesday, September 2nd. Meridians is Tuesday, September 1st, and then the 5th graders it will be Tuesday as well, September 1st. They're also going to be doing a virtual open house for those kids that are going to be learning virtually, and that's going to be Thursday, September 3rd. The times are going to be sent to you. All the teachers will reach out to their students to let them know what times they're scheduled to come in, because they're not even going to bring the whole class in for open house. They're doing half the class. And they're basically, for the open house, it's going to be meet your teacher, you know, see what door, because normally I know for like Meridian, all the kids go in the front door. I mean, that's pretty much how it is for most of the schools. But they're going to be utilizing all the doors, so the kids will be able to be told, you know, in the morning what door you're coming in. They go directly to their classroom, their temperatures are taken, and then for the open house, half the class will be in there, so they'll be able to meet half their class. But all the teachers' assignments will be out tomorrow on Parent Connect after 3 o'clock. So make sure you log into that so you can find out. And then they're going to be doing Red Devil registration day for the high school students. That's September 3rd. And it's pretty much throughout the day, and the kids are assigned depending on, where they fall in the alphabet. So they'll be doing that. And what else? They did release the new revised district calendar, so that's out on the website. Delayed starts are moved from Mondays to Wednesdays. Normally we have them on Monday. And then what's really nice is Holly Janeski and her crew that she's been working with has stepped up once again for our community, and they are offering testing, COVID testing for all of our kids, all 4 schools, along with the teachers. So they just sent out not too long ago a calendar, so then everybody knows, so not everybody's going at the same time, but it'll start next week, and each day is something different. Like the red team goes on Monday, the gray team goes on Tuesday, and then they have like kindergarten through 2nd grade, so they have it all kind of timed out. If you can't make one of those dates, then you can always call to make an appointment, but they're going to be doing the finger prick test for all the kids and the teachers. And then as far as anything else, Chad, you mentioned homecoming. Homecoming is on the master schedule, but with no football, I haven't heard anything else as far as what they're going to do. So I'll try to find that information out. But football is postponed till spring. So marching band's been practicing. They had camp last week, but as far as performing and they're not doing that right now. So. And that's pretty much what I have for the schools.
Thanks, Wendy. Any questions for anybody yet? Comments? Rich, I'm glad you switched that background because that giant dog was freaking me out.
That was Rosie.
I know you're having fun. I know who the dog is. Yeah. Okay. On to some voting items. We're going to go with number 1. Peter Kantz did the presentation earlier in the meeting. We need to vote and approve installation of leads at Sunrise Park for water, sewer, and possibly bathroom facilities. So I would need someone to put a motion out there to vote and approve installation of leads at Sunrise Park for water and sewer.
So moved. Nelson.
Second?
Second.
Who was that?
Karen?
Karen? Okay, any discussion about that?
I had a dead spot when you said that. I don't know what you were saying.
Oh, the action item, the first action item is vote and approve installation of leads at Sunrise Park for water and sewer.
Okay.
Nelson put the motion. Karen seconded it. Any discussion about this? Peter did the presentation earlier. We want to thank them for taking this on.
I guess my question, I know this isn't on tonight's action item, but for the future. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know who's talking.
You.
You, isn't it? Did you have a question, Rich?
I had a question.
Okay.
I don't know if Peter's still on. I was just curious for the long haul when they build that lookout platform on the trestle. Were there plans to excavate the boulders out of the water that are directly in front of that? Because I know people jump off of that area, and if there was ever a platform built there that people could elevate themselves higher and jump off the rail or something. I just don't want to see anybody getting killed down there.
Yeah. Peter, you there? Brian, is he gone or Peter Kantz?
Yeah, he's no longer in the meeting.
All right, we will find out that answer, Rich, and we'll get that to you.
Okay.
Any more discussion about this?
I just wanted to say something quick. Installing leads for water and sewer seems like a no-brainer to me, but I just want to state, as we think about a bathroom for Sunrise Park moving forward, I felt like part of what the issue was last time when a porta potty was installed was maybe a failure to communicate with the neighbors or just let them know that was happening. So as this moves forward, I would like to try to think of a way to just more broaden how people, informing people about things that are moving forward there, just to give folks an opportunity to see it, to comment, because I think that'll create success in the long term overall if we can do that.
Absolutely. Yep. Do some of you remember the bathroom facility they showed us before that had the solar panels on it, and it had there was a way to compost things down there? It was pretty impressive. But Kyle will definitely address that with the neighbors for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Any more discussion about this? All right. We got the motion. We got the second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed to this? Okay, so moved. Thank you. Thanks to the Nature and Land Conservancy also there. Okay, action item number 2, vote and approve to seek RFP for the property located at 2555 West River Road, Groseal 48138. This is a request for a proposal. Anyone that might be interested in the property over there, it's time that I think we look at different avenues or see where we might be able to go with this. Discussion. Everyone knows what's going on over there, and we would need a motion to put out there to look for proposals to locate at 2555 West River Road, which is currently Smokies on the Water. Motion?
I'd like to move to have the RFP.
Jim, second. Somebody got a second out there about this?
I'll second.
Second.
All right. Discussion about the property over there?
Could you just describe to the audience exactly what's going on with it?
I can, yes. Kim and I will both take this on. I received a email this afternoon at around 4 o'clock that I was just some of the things that we're asking. So the rent that we were renting that for was $7,200 a month. They've been paying $3,600. The month of May, we gave them 50% off their rent with the rest of the lease at 10% off. So we gave them till noon today to come back with an email. I'm going to read this to you so you can all figure it out yourself. Smokies on the Water from March 15th through March 28th lost 90% of its revenue sales. We respectfully asked at the end of the May that beginning in June, you reduce our May rent by 90% to equal our 90% loss. Groseal Township graciously reduced the May rent 50% to $3,600. The remaining 2020 restaurant will still be forced by state law to operate at 50% capacity and limited to outdoor operations. Let's remember that we did offer them the use of outside the pavilion, the parking lot, the lawn to increase the outdoor, restaurant facility. Smokies on the Water is requesting the township continue to accept the $3,600 a month payment currently being paid for the remaining of the 2020 year. So if you go through December, the total is $28,800, and then it has the hours of operation. It is everyone's hopes and expectations that the business will return to some form of normalcy in 2021. Signed, the MMC Company, which is Scott McBeth, Tom Curo, and Larry Cosme. I'm going to open this up to discussion right now.
Chad, let me chime in real quick.
Yes,
just
Kim.
a couple of facts. I know the commission knows that their lease, we renewed that for only 1 calendar year, so it will expire in December. Regardless of the situations that we're dealing with right now with those, like the email and the rent and so forth, I would still come to the commission and say, we would need to go out for RFP because the current lease is set to expire in December. So that, we would invite Smokies to resubmit an RFP, and we would invite other restaurants or venues or whatever because that lease is expiring. So that, obviously is the purpose of why we're voting on this tonight. So I just wanted to throw that out there, Chad.
Thanks,
Yep.
Kim.
Yep.
So we'll put a motion, we'll second the motion, and then we'll discuss more. I need a motion to vote and approve to look for request proposals for the property at 25555 West River Road, Rosio. Motion?
I think I put it out there, but okay.
Okay, Jim, second.
Kyle, did you second it before?
I did, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
second again.
Okay.
Kyle did. All right, and now let's talk about this. Input. I wish Kevin Naso was there.
Okay, I've seen, or I've had a lot of people approach me, and I tried calling there on my own to go in for food, and they've been closed on very busy days. The fact that they're losing revenue and they're never open when people are on the biggest days that people go out to eat, it makes sense that they're losing revenue. Has anybody talked to them about this kind of stuff? Because if they can't make rent and they're losing money, I mean, they're in a sinking ship. And if they're not going to stay open when they should be open, they're never going to right the ship.
I too have been I get calls left and right about, oh, I'm on my boat and I called, or I went over to use the facility and it's an hour wait for this, an hour wait for that. I get that everybody's struggling. I get the bridge is closed, but people are not getting breaks on their mortgage. Businesses on Macomb Street still have to pay their rent. We have given them half off in the month of May. We knocked off 10% of each month after that. And they come back with, we're doing this in good faith to pay our rent. Good faith. I mean, we're all business owners. Most of us are business owners. Are you getting a deal on your taxes or your mortgage, or are we giving our tenants that we run our buildings to a deal on their rent? We're not, you know? So I don't know. And I keep hearing that, oh, well, it's hard to get employees and no one wants to work. But when do we quit being a charity case? And you know, recreation is probably going to come out looking like the bad people if anything happens. Let's just be upfront about that, right? So that being said, we did those concerts through June and July, and never once was there a little station to buy beverages, or never once was there a pizza station out there. And now we see that the concerts are being held throughout the summer, further under their expense. So with so much missed opportunities, and Rich, like you said, so many times not being able to call or being able to order food. Karen, you got anything you want to put in here, or anybody else?
I just want to reiterate what you're both saying. Basically, I've had friends up there for the concerts wanting to order carryouts, and were told that they needed to call back to place an order, that they weren't even going to take them for an hour. So in a way, I mean, it's sad. There's business there. You just have to be able to take it and accommodate people. I've heard that numerous times, that during the concerts, they can't put an order in, call back in an hour to place an order. I mean, there's a lot of food that people come to hungry, they want to eat, they want to drink, and I just feel that's been a real issue there.
Hey, Chad, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, Kevin. You're back with us. All right.
Sorry, I missed most of the meeting, but I'm just going to throw my 2 cents in here. We've been talking about the same stuff for 4 years, over and over, 3 years, however long it's been. I mean, if they're not going to pay, you got to put it out for bid. I mean, we talked about this 3 months ago at Centennial Farms. We had an idea for them. We didn't go that route. We gave them another opportunity. Now they're coming back giving you the same thing. We want to short pay our rent, 90% down. But they're doing things that doesn't make sense of a business. I mean, if you're going to run a business, your job is to stay open and make money. Closing on Sundays and now 8 o'clock and stuff like that. I don't know if their heart's into it anymore. So are we just going to keep bending over and taking it and, and say, okay, sure, we'll do this, do that? I think you need to put it out for bid and move on. Show them that you're serious about it.
And I know that
it'll also show you, Chad, it'll also show you what else is out there that might want to come in there by doing it this way.
And I know Mr. Nelson and Mr. Ream, Township Manager, have both met with them recently, so it's not like
Correct.
this isn't unknown. Brandon, you want to chime in too?
No, I just think, you know, it's coming up to the end of the lease. I think we should put it out for bid.
Okay.
And didn't they used to have like a menu specifically for the pool? Like last year, I thought there was, but nothing.
Nothing this year.
Well, and I've been to the pool several times this summer, and I can't tell you how many people have ordered Hungry Howie's and gone and picked it up or had it delivered to the pool, you know, and that would have been a lot of, I mean, obviously much easier just to walk over and get it from them than to, you know, so, yeah.
I think it's just frustrating when we see so many missed opportunities for revenue, possible revenue, and I just think that maybe it's time to see who else is out there. And like you said, Kim, they're more than welcome to put in another bid for 2021.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So to vote,
I just want to say something quickly. You know, this is a tough conversation, obviously. And I feel like there's a lot of small business owners and small business affiliates here on the panel, so we know how tough it's been to run businesses. I think I could speak for a lot of folks here that we all are. All this comes from wanting to see a place like Smoky's succeed. So that's part of my feeling, and it's good that some of the frustrations coming up. But I just want to go back to I think what Kim said earlier. This is I think separate, not separate, but this would happen regardless of what's happening at Smoky's. It's just good business to go out for requests for proposals, see what's out there, see what opportunities are there, and that'll give the Recreation Commission, Township Board, the citizens ultimately a full look at what can be possible there. But for me, like that is a gem of of what the township has. It could be something that that could bring a lot of people here in a lot of good ways. So just to hear and see Smoky struggling, I think is hard for all of us. And I'd hope that a request for proposal could be a way forward, whether it's Smoky's applying themselves or another place. But I think we all, I know I want to see something succeed there. And I will say I've had fond experiences there at Smoky's. My wife and I are patrons there. We're just there last weekend. So, you know, all of this is really tough, I would say. But I will be voting for the request for proposal just because I think it's good business. And I want to see whoever is there to succeed, including Smoky's. So I just want to say that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle.
Well put. Well put.
Okay.
Yes, I know it's their livelihood, but you know, it is a business. So that being said, we got a motion, we got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Thank you. Okay. Voting for number 3. Oh, we don't have those rocks on here, do we, for the water's edge? Okay, review and uphold the current lease between Luton Farm and the Recreation Department. Kim, do you want to elaborate on what the farms and we all got the leases for these places, and it's time that we start making people responsible for their areas, including the farm.
Okay. Can I go?
Yes.
Okay. Commission, I just want to confirm that you all have the operating agreement. Is that correct? I've emailed that to you, I think, 3 times now.
Yes.
Yep.
I first want to start on a positive note that, you know, I do work very well with Rob and Ricky out there. I know that they have great programs. I don't get any complaints on the boarding out there and the job that they do with, you know, their lessons and their programs that they do. So I want to start with that. This isn't about how they're operating out there, because they are doing a fantastic job. I hear compliments about the programs that they do. So I just want to start with a positive. And again, I'm not going into a negative. What I want to do this evening with this particular item is make sure that the CRC understands the lease. There's 2 more years left in the lease. It was signed right when I got here, I believe May of 2017, if I'm not mistaken, for an extension. But some of the things that I really want to address is the owner shall be responsible for the following. I'm the owner. The CRC and the township are the owner. There are 11 things on there that we are responsible for. I'm not going to read it because this is a public document. If anyone in the community would like to see it, they can get it. And then the operator, which is Luton, has their responsibilities. Okay, so I'm looking right at the lease. The one thing, and again, we've worked great together. Rob and I, Ricky as well. Everything's been great. The discrepancy that we are having is who is responsible for the fences. So on the lease that was signed and approved by the CRC prior to me and maybe several of you, it's a signed document that Recreation is responsible for the exterior fences. That's the fence that surrounds the farm. And the operator is responsible, and it's listed in areas 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It says any and all damage to fencing in those areas. Those areas were defined, again, by the previous CRC. There's a map. And basically, those areas are where the horses are that are chewing the fences. So over the last couple years that I've been here, I've done a lot of evaluation. I'm a director that comes in and works with people. I don't come in and change the world all the way around. And I have been, working with Rob and Ricky out there. The rec department has replaced several of those interior fences where the horses are. But where we're at right now, we are all faced with COVID and budgets and all of that. The misconception is, when I spoke to Luton's, that there was a conversation that took place 10 years ago or 8 years ago or whatever, that he was told by who I don't know that rec is to fix those fences. So the hard part for us right now as a commission is that we weren't here. That was in the past. Okay? Now we've done some repair, not all of them, because you can put a board up and a week later the horse chews right through it. Okay? But what I want to talk about is that we are all on the same page about who is responsible for the fences. Is everyone understanding? Because I don't want to go out there anymore and be told, well, we can't fix this. We weren't told that. What was done 10 years ago is completely wrong. Go ahead. Did somebody chime in?
Last year, didn't we vote to make that? This is Rich.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Just last year, at some point, didn't we vote to make them responsible on the new lease?
Yes.
For the fencing?
Yes.
I remember talking about this about a year ago, and
right.
I thought we voted on that.
We did. So, and again, the hard situation is right now, COVID is real, it exists. So again, I'm not bringing this up to say anything negative about the operation out there. I just want to make it clear to our commission and our community about who's responsible for what. That's the only intention of this conversation. Because again, it's kind of happened again where, Gene, my maintenance guy, Kim, should I fix them? No, you're not fixing the fences. We're not responsible for those fences that the horses are chewing. So tonight, it's not really a vote. I just want to review it one more time so we're all on the same page that he is responsible for the interiors. I am responsible for the exterior. And that's pretty much about it.
What's the exterior? What
perimeter?
Like the perimeter.
Your perimeter. Like when you pull into the farm and you look, there is a perimeter fence. And we still have a lot of work to do. I'm not saying the perimeter fence looks gorgeous. I have one guy, Gene Kowalski, out at that farm. One guy this year, no part-time help because of COVID. He is one man who does the farm. He does the marina. I moved him over to the golf course because we're short-staffed. You see what I'm saying? So, and again, once we get, back where we were, getting some revenues, I can add some more staff. So, like I said, I just want to kind of bring this up. It's been a little hostile out there in the last year or two with this issue. And again, Gene will come to me, Kim, should I fix the fence? And I know that Gene has actually put some of those fences up because of the safety of the horses. When he'll come, I said, if a horse is going to jump out, you have to get that. I'm not going to jeopardize a horse getting out because we're fighting over fences anymore. That's just silliness, in my opinion. So we have stepped up to the plate. And I want to thank Gene for busting his tail out there, putting these fences up, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So that's all I got to say about that.
Karen, I have Karen Olinek. Unmute yourself. Thank you. Karen is a horse owner here, and I want to ask you, we've asked many times, what do you think is a good way to keep the horses from chewing that fence? I know you say they're bored, but I don't know.
That's cribbing, and quite often that happens in stalls when they're in their stalls a long time. Some horses just do it, but it's kind of an individual situation, I guess. You mostly see that in the stalls inside. You don't see it so much outside as you do inside, but I know it's happening.
Okay. And we have to, and it's more than just painting the fences. I mean, there's times where there could be nails sticking out that could be bad for our guests down there, for the horses themselves. We don't want to see anybody get hurt at all.
Right.
But, Karen, do you know, what do they have, 32 stalls down there that we counted that time?
That's pretty close, I would say.
Yeah, around 32 stalls, and it's $1,100 a month for rent. So I'm not sure what they charge for a stall, but yeah, hopefully we can get it looking better out there. I mean, it's just
and that's
time.
The goal.
Yeah, it's getting it to look better. I don't know how we even enforce this. I mean, if anybody knows out there, it's just, yeah, I mean, the flowers can look pretty and the decorations can look pretty, but when it becomes an issue or a safety issue, then we have to do something.
Right.
And see, it has to be maintained properly, because the longer it goes on like that, the worse it's going to get, and then it's harder to even fix. I mean, if somebody were to maintain it and keep it up, it might not be so bad.
Yeah, because some of those weeds are past your knees out there in the paddocks.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
the other thing I wanted to, and I have talked to Rob, and like I said, we do get along great. We talk to each other. We're cool. I had spoke to him a little bit about, right when you pull into Centennial Farm, the two big paddocks where those trees are, he doesn't use those a lot. And that's a lot of space. I know we had talked about baseball diamonds out there, redeveloping that land, those types of things. So, that's going to be also part of the master plan, what to do with that area. And if Rob doesn't need it, what are we going to do with it? Okay, so just some things that will be coming down the pipeline for discussion out at the farm will be that area as well. We're not there yet. But like I said, my goal tonight was just to bring this up. And like I said, we got to work together. We had the 33rd Court District guys out there. It wasn't very productive. They weren't allowed to fix fences where in the past they were. And Gene oversaw them. Not a productive group. They were not. But they did at least help paint some fences and so forth. So I'm reaching out. I even like the Eagle Scouts, if they can help. Any community group that can come out and help us. Again, I want to work with Rob and make this farm beautiful again. And it may take some volunteer work at this point because both of our budgets are struggling because of COVID. So, and it might be something down the road that, you know, we get some volunteers out there. So I just want to bring it up.
It'd be a good fall project for a group.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm done.
this isn't really a vote. It's just review and uphold the current lease between Luton and the Recreation Department. It's nothing to vote on, though.
Right.
Any more discussion? You guys got any questions about that out there?
I do, if I may. So I understand Centennial's Farm's position is that this was agreed to 10 years ago and it should continue as because of that agreement. What is the response, Kim, when you point out the lease and that says that they're responsible for this? They just, because of that agreement, they believe they're not, or how does that work exactly?
Like I said, you know, there was some communication with Mr. Luton and some other city officials way back when, and he basically was told that it's not his responsibility. So that's.
But it's still in a lease.
That's the whole problem.
He signed the contract, right?
It is signed. That is correct.
Okay, so he agreed to it. We put it in there a year ago, so he sort of has to adhere to it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, unless he has, I mean, well, anyway, we don't have to get into all the contract law and all that stuff, but for me, it is important to do a vote, Chad, just so it is clear, like where you know, the rec commission at least stands on it. I'll just say for my part, I know fences are hard. They're expensive. They're so important. Any way we can find for everyone to chip in to maintain those fences, the better, for lots of reasons.
So we can put it to a vote that the CRC has acknowledged and reviewed and agreed to uphold the current lease between Luton Riding Academy and the Rec Department. Does that sound sufficient?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I need a motion to review and uphold the current lease between Luton and the Recreation Department.
I'll do the motion.
Kyle, second.
Rich.
I'll second. Rich.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian Friel, is there anybody out there with any more discussion items? Extended public comment. Brian, anybody there?
There is not.
All right. Our next meeting will be September 24th, 2020 at 6 p.m. Everybody got that? September 24th? It sounds like everybody pretty much has the Zoom thing good, and it makes me excited to see Rich. Yo! All right. I want to thank Bridget and
Peter.
Yes, I was getting that. Look at my notes. Okay. Let me see. Nelson, anything you want to say? Jim Nelson?
I think Jim's already left the meeting.
Kyle DeBose.
Sure, I'll say something. I just want to echo congratulations to everyone that won in the last election, and also just a huge thanks to those who get, you know, who put in their service. I think, at least for me as a recreation commissioner, I feel privileged to be able to see a lot of the work that goes on behind the scenes, and I wish more people could see it, because I've seen what a thankless job it can be to be a leader for some of this stuff. And particularly thankful to you, Mr. Nelson. It looks like you're off now, but it's been a pleasure to work with you. I know we still got a few more months, but I've seen the positive influence you've had here and in our community, and I'm especially thankful for that. And I'm looking forward to the new energy that the new board's going to bring in the new year. For me, I just want to say really quickly, I went out with my wife and my 1-year-old son to the pool, had his first swim in a pool this weekend. And it just made me, again, really grateful for the services that the Recreation Commission's been, or the Grosse Ile Recreation has been able to provide. We're really lucky to have what we do here on this island. Of course, we can always do more and hopefully do better. But it takes all of us really working together and building on that to get there, I think. But again, just, you know, being able to go to swim at a pool, feel very safe. Everything's very safe in the way everything's been set up. And that's a credit to you, Kim, and how everyone, you know, temperatures are taken, masks are enforced. So again, just grateful for all the work that's done, and hopeful we can continue to work together and build together for these services to be provided to everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charles. Kim O'Farrell, you have anything else?
I think I'm good. I had too much sun today, and that's lifeguard chair.
Brandon, Antosh?
Oh, thank you. Stay safe out there.
Yep.
Thank you. Karen, Olinek?
I have nothing else to add.
Rich Brower?
Yeah, I just want to say, I wanted to thank all the people, our fine citizens that stepped up to run for the trustees and all the other positions available for this past election we just had. Chad, thank you. You put up a good fight. You kept it clean. I wish more people would have kept it clean like you did.
Thank you.
Also, it's been an honor to serve with you guys. You're welcome. It's been an honor to serve with you guys on such a good commission, and I hope that the community and the new commission, or the new trustees, the new township board, I hope that they see that the good that we are trying to do moving forward. I know they threw a lot of negative stuff at us during this election, and it was upsetting. Because we are out there trying to do the best for our community and keep our people, our citizens, active and doing things to stay healthy, mentally and physically. This pandemic has really taken a strong toll on everybody mentally. With our elderly community, they're not able to do the things that they used to do. And Kim is always there helping them out, and you too, to keep them from, getting depressed, and, because they can't see their families in a lot of situations. And I just wanted to just say, hey, thank you to everybody. You guys are all doing a great job. Proud to serve with you.
Hey, Rich, that sound goes right back to you in the fire department and our police department, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kevin Naso.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll second what Rich had to say, and thanks to Jim for all his help. And I just have one question for Kim. Is there a time frame on the pool yet this year?
Say that again, Kevin.
Is there a time frame? Like, we don't have a close date?
Okay, yeah.
I have people asking me.
Yeah, I'm going to review the staff, talk to the entire staff. We normally close, our last day is Labor Day.
Yep.
But with the heat and the schools, some are virtual. A lot of these kids they need something to do. They're cooped up. I am looking, if I have enough staff to stay open past Labor Day. I have not made an official announcement yet, but it might be more of an after school hour, kind of like a 3 to 6, a little window for people to come exercise, swim, just get a little energy out. Because with the kids now staying home for school, they are going to be cooped up in the house for a very long time. They're going to need you to get out and do something. I feel confident. The staff that we had this summer was outstanding. Probably one of the best staffs I've had this year. They all worked together. Yeah, it's just been a great summer. So I'll make an official announcement probably mid next week on the new hours. But I'm looking probably like a 3 to 6. So yes, we may stay open a week or two longer. That's the goal.
And then golf till further notice, right? Obviously until it snows.
Golf until it snows.
Okay. Cool.
We may even golf in the snow. I don't know. Yeah.
You could.
You could. Yeah.
That's all I got, Chad.
Thank you, Kevin Naso. Ethel Yops.
I'd like to say thank him and the staff for all they've been doing to keep things going this summer. That's been a rough job. And Kim does really things for the seniors, which we all appreciate. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The commission's doing a great job.
Thank you, Ethel. Wendy Kearney.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Kim too for all the hard work at the pool, because especially with so many things, not happening for the kids, at least for my kids, it's been a savior. So I appreciate all the hard work and keeping the pool clean and safe, and open, because that's kind of saved our summer. So, and we've had lots of fun there. And then I just wanted to the residents too. There's no busing for the schools this year, so just remember that in the mornings and what have you, because there's going to be a lot more people dropping kids off at the schools and stuff. So plan accordingly, and maybe try to avoid the school areas, because it will be, especially in the beginning, I'm sure it's going to be a mess once everybody kind of gets their system down. Hopefully it'll flow a lot easier. But keep that in mind once school starts on the 8th. And then, Chad, I just wanted to thank you for the wonderful movies for the summer. I've had more and more people text and call and say what a wonderful thing it was that, come out, watch a movie, can still social distance, but, kind of gave you that feeling of doing something normal over the summer. So thank you so much for putting those on, because they definitely were a huge hit. So
Thank you.
Just tell everybody to stay safe. Try to be positive.
Thanks, Wendy.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to, first of all, I want to thank the commission, because you guys have all been great. Our summer's winding down, and we don't know what is in store for us in the fall and the winter, but we're going to do our best. And September 24th, the next meeting at 6 p.m. With that, I want you to be safe and help with your community. And I need a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:22.
I'll make the motion.
Thanks, Ethel. Second.
Rich.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. See you in the fall. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.